5 miles from the objective when we saw the Scorpion attack helicopter.
Dobbs, bogey at your 12 o'clock. Dobbs! Snake 2 to Blackhawk, get the hell out of there.
The Blackhawk began evasive action, but the Scorpion was too fast, heavily armed and hard to find. The pilot was better than anyone I'd ever seen before. I tried to pull the Scorpion away from the Blackhawk, but to no use. It was a cold killer.
Tahada! Tahada! Wake up, goddammit!
I took the controls, put her in a dive, and crossed over the top of the Scorpion before he could fire. And I made it out of the area.
The cartel was up to something.
I'm not blaming anybody. Last time I looked, we were all on the same side. We have some decisions to make. Thank you, Mr. Preston. That will be all.
May I say something, sir?
Go ahead.
I volunteered to fly with these local anti-drug forces, sir. And I watched the men in those choppers put their lives on the line for their families and their country every day. The cartel has them outpaid, outmanned, and outgunned. But knowing that, they still went out. They didn't stand a chance. They're heroes, and they should be avenged.
It's a little more complicated than that.
I beg your pardon, sir, but I think it's very simple. They killed our people, and they killed our friends. Their drugs kill Americans every day. It's a war, and it's our duty to fight.
Thank you, Mr. Preston. You are excused.
Gentlemen, does anyone else in this room feel as frustrated as I do?
We all do, Oscar, but it's a complex problem.
I disagree. We have an executive mandate to stop the drug cartel, and we're sitting on our hands. That pilot out there has the clearest take on this mess. We are at war, and we deal with the problem as such.
So what are we going to do? Go back to the same sort of operation? Sir, the DEA is fighting a war with its hands tied, and we're losing it.
Not anymore. General Olcott, I want the Army to ready a task force immediately. I want that operation taken out.
Yes, sir.
My Apache crews are trained for ground support, General. They're just not up to speed on air-to-air combat. If this enemy helicopter is half as good as we hear, I'm gonna need help to bring him down.
Anything you want.
Well, I need as much information as I can get on this operation. Who is this enemy pilot, and what's his support like? And I've got to have Brad Little and his team. They're down at Fort Rucker right now training rookies. I want them at Fort Mitchell as soon as possible.
This is a need-to-know operation. All reports eyes only to me. And that Preston, he impressed them in there. See if you can keep him in the mix.
Will do, General. Preston?
Yes, sir.
You've seen this bogey work. Can the Apache stand up to it?
It is the only aircraft that will, sir.
How soon do you qualify in the bird?
I've completed the academics, and I'm scheduled to start hands-on as soon as I get back to Fort Mitchell.
Well, General Alcock wants you in this mission. Now, I believe in you, son. Can you handle it?
You can count on me, sir.
Please, take a seat. Gentlemen, we've all got a lot to do today, so I'll make this brief. It's my honor to introduce our new combat instructor pilot, Chief Warrant Officer Brad Little. He's here to bring us up to speed on air combat maneuvers. Mr. Little?
You men know all there is to know about air-to-ground technique. Starting right now, you have a new objective in your lives, and this new objective is to become masters of air-to-air combat tactics. When we have mastered these tactics, we will use them to seek out and confront the forces of evil and kill them deader in hell. We're lucky men. We're in the United States Army, and we face the opportunity of a lifetime. I do not expect you to waste or throw away or neglect this opportunity. I expect you to improve every shining minute of my time by becoming the best air-to-air helicopter pilots in the whole wide world. You will fight as teams of gunners and pilots, each more dependent on the other than they were their own mama. Sir.
Our mission has the highest national priority. I can't stress that enough. We're going against an enemy who's defending his own territory. And we've got to get up to speed immediately. The clock is running, folks. And it's running fast. Carry on.
Looks like a fine group of aviators, sir.
They are that, Brad. That kid Preston showed extraordinary courage in South America. I want you to pay special attention to him.
It's beautiful in an ugly kind of way. Somebody called it a flying race car with guns, but that's bullshit. It's not that simple. Here. Put your hands here, here, and there. Put your feet here, 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 and here, and here. Do not step here or there. That's it. Crawl right on in there, lad. Riding in the gunner seat of this aircraft at 150 knots through the treetops is